The WNBA thought they could quietly discipline Sophie Cunningham. They thought they could send a message, but instead, she flipped the script and turned the punishment into a public embarrassment. For the league itself, yes, we're talking about one of the most fiery, outspoken, and fearless players in the league, who doesn't back down from anyone. Not referees, not rivals, and certainly not the front office. Sophie Cunningham just sent shockwaves across the WNBA landscape, and what happened next proved that she's not just a player. She's a force they can't control. Stay tuned, because in this video, we're diving deep into what the WNBA tried to do, how Sophie fired back, and why her response just exposed the league in the worst way possible. So what exactly did the WNBA try to punish Sophie Cunningham for? It all started after a heated game between the Indiana Fever and the Los Angeles Sparks. Emotions were high, physical play was everywhere, and Sophie, as always, played with grit, toughness, and passion. In a moment of intensity, Cunningham got tangled up in a scrappy play that the league later ruled as excessive contact. Now, if you followed the WNBA this season, you already know that phrase, excessive contact, is a joke. Players are taking elbows to the head. Hard screens, shoulder bumps, shoves in transition. It's all part of the game. But somehow, Sophie Cunningham became the target. The league reviewed the film and hit her with a fine, citing unsportsmanlike conduct. No suspension, just enough to make a statement. Or so they thought. But here's the problem. That so-called punishment didn't land the way they wanted, because Sophie didn't take it lying down. Instead of quietly paying the fine and moving on, Cunningham fired back, and she did it publicly. In a post-game interview, Sophie didn't mince words. She called out the league for inconsistency. She said the WNBA is picking favorites and enforcing rules unevenly. According to Sophie, what she did on the court was no different, or less severe, than what players like Dejounte Carrington, Chundi Carter, or even Angel Reese have done this year without any league discipline. And she didn't stop there. Sophie went on social media. She posted clips. She retweeted fan accounts that compared her offense to far worse non-calls. And then, she posted the now iconic line, "Find me all you want. I'll keep playing hard. This league needs toughness, not favoritism." Boom. That was it. With one post, Sophie Cunningham did what very few WNBA players dare to do. She publicly challenged the league's authority. She embarrassed them by forcing fans to compare her play to the leniency shown to others. And the internet exploded. The reaction? Divisive, but loud. On one side, you had fans praising Sophie as a warrior. They said the WNBA was turning soft, punishing real defense, and making examples out of players like her just because she doesn't fit the media narrative. They flooded the comments. "Sophie's the only one out here playing old-school ball. Let her cook." Funny how they let others throw cheap shots, but Sophie gets fined for playing defense. The WNBA is scared of strong personalities unless they're marketable. And on the other side, some fans felt she crossed a line and needed to respect the rules. But one thing was clear. The league couldn't silence Sophie Cunningham. In fact, their punishment only amplified her voice. And it brought up a much bigger question. One that WNBA fans have been asking all season long. The WNBA's enforcement of rules this season has been a mess. From the non-call when Caitlin Clark got hit with a blatant blindside screen, to the no fine for players pushing or trash-talking opponents aggressively on camera, fans have noticed the lack of consistency. Sophie's situation added fuel to the fire. Why was she fined for a physical play? In a physical league, when others who committed more dangerous acts received nothing, and you can't ignore the growing feeling that the WNBA is using players like Sophie as examples, while shielding others who bring in bigger ratings or have more political pull. In fact, it's worth asking, was the fine about safety? Or was it about silencing someone the league can't control? Cunningham is loud. She's bold. She's unapologetic. She's not the player who fits the polished media image. And maybe that's exactly why the league tried to send a message. But it backfired, because instead of apologizing, she made the league look weak. Let's not forget, Sophie Cunningham is more than just talk. She's become a key part of the Indiana Fever's rise. Since joining the Fever, she's brought energy, toughness, veteran leadership, and a defensive presence that doesn't show up in the box score. But every coach and teammate sees it. She's been the enforcer for Caitlin Clark. She's been the one standing up to trash talk, breaking up hard fouls, and pushing back when Clark gets targeted. And guess what? That matters. Because when you're building a young team, you need someone like Sophie. You need that protector, that glue player, that spark plug. And instead of rewarding that, the league slapped her with a fine. It only made her role more powerful. Because now, she's not just an enforcer on the court. She's an underdog rebel off of it. This entire situation raises a huge issue the WNBA can't ignore. What kind of league does it want to be? A sanitized, soft, media-friendly machine? Or a real tough, gritty league that lets players show heart, emotion, and fire? Because if you find players like Sophie Cunningham for showing intensity, while ignoring actual dangerous plays, you're sending a clear message. We only support toughness when it's marketable. That's a slippery slope. You can't grow a league on authenticity and then punish the players who bring that authenticity. And you definitely can't pick and choose who gets punished based on who fits the brand. Fans aren't stupid. They see the hypocrisy, and they're speaking up louder than ever. After the drama cooled down, Sophie Cunningham posted a follow-up message, one that hit even harder. They can try to find me, but they can't take away my passion. I'm not here to be quiet. She moved on, while the WNBA is still scrambling to control the narrative. Now, the Fever are rolling. Caitlin Clark is balling. Aaliyah Boston is heating up. And Sophie Cunningham? She's right in the middle of it, thriving, smiling, and asterisk playing fearless. The WNBA may have tried to shut her down, but all they did was ignite a fire. She didn't just embarrass the league. She reminded everyone why fans love real competitors. So let's be clear. Sophie Cunningham isn't the villain here. She's the player standing up for fairness, for intensity, for respect. And if the WNBA wants to punish that, they're only going to keep losing the respect of the very fans they're trying to win over. What do you think? Was the WNBA wrong to find Sophie Cunningham? Did she go too far by going public? Or did she do exactly what more players need to do? Because this isn't just about one player. This is about the future of the WNBA. And Sophie Cunningham just made sure we're all paying attention. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more WNBA updates.